Do this shit until they murder me.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another World of Tanks console video. My name is Xenozach, and today's topic for the video will be Tank Madness and its overall gameplay throughout the month of March. So as you guys know, for the month of March we had Tank Madness, the equivalent of the March Madness, going on for the basketball teams here on console. So they basically lined up each nation going against one another throughout the weekends throughout the month of March. Germany versus the UK started off with things March 2nd to the 4th. France versus Japan, March 9th to the 11th. March 16th to the 18th, Czechoslovakia versus China. And March 23rd to the 25th, Sweden versus USA. And by now, if you guys haven't seen any of the point stats, we'll get into that right now. And also congratulate the winners of Tank Madness March 2018. So it basically came down to the final four throughout the event. Team Germany beat out the UK, Team France beat out Japan, Team China beat out Czechoslovakia, and Team USA beating out Team Sweden with 1.692 for Team USA, 1.876 completions for Team China, 1.854 for Team France, and 1.68625 for Team Germany. So congratulations on all the team making it through the Final Four challenges, and we have to congratulate the Final Four winner, the champion for the month of March, between all nations in completions. Congratulations to Team China, our Final Four 2018 champion. If you fought for winning team prize, fought for the winning team over the weekend, make sure you log in before May 4th to claim your prizes. So if you haven't gotten a chance to, no worries, you have pretty much an entire month of April to get in and log in at least once onto your account to be able to claim the Legion 59 patent. So all in all, the event was quite a bit of controversy throughout each team's competing. Now, I believe every time they updated the stats for these people were always kind of tiptoeing around being like, well, this doesn't seem right. And I wanted to throw my 2 cents in as well, because a lot of this controversy ended up blowing up towards the end of March Madness, being that Team China, out of all the nations here, ended up being the winners in this entire tournament, which was very odd to a lot of people, considering that a plethora of the tanks ended up being German or USA. So people were kind of expecting, the reigning champs of last year's Tank Bowl, Team Germany, be able to pull back up and, basically win March Madness this year. I think basically the same way I believe Russia won last year's. You know what? I'm not too sure. I should have probably gone back and checked that one. But again, a lot of people were saying, well, in all my matches, I was at least seeing, 10 to 15 German tanks and a bunch of Americans and only a few Chinese and French tanks to begin with. So here's the basic gist of this. Numbers to everyone, just by going off of, hey, I have this many tanks playing, they should be getting a lot of the points. Simply put, no, not really. You can have a bunch of those tanks playing for that nation. However, it all comes down to the number of completions each of those tank commanders are able to actually acquire. This being that some of the higher skilled, as I've pretty much claimed most of the time, the Chinese tanks, they have a little bit of a higher skill gap for most people, at least in my own opinion, that a lot of the skilled players enjoy playing the Chinese tanks, meaning that a lot of those players that will play that nation specifically will end up scoring more completions than a plethora of the people that either jump to the USA all-arounder type of tanks, or Team Germany, the more heavy hitters as well. Well, not heavy hitters because Russia takes that one, but more heavily armored or angled armored in Team Germany. And it kind of baffled people at the end. However, throughout most of this March for these matchups, it was kind of leaning toward both the teams being one-sided anyway, and it was kind of good to see that pretty much the underdog, the one nation that nobody thought stood a chance in this, ended up pulling out on top. And that's that simply comes down to a lot of the better players were making more completions. So if you feel that, World of Tanks console was the devs are being unfair, they rigged it, just keep in mind that you can have a plethora of players playing this game, and believe me, there was a lot of people playing this game on the weekend. I got a few completions in myself, but most of the time you'll have the higher skilled players in whatever nation that they're playing for scoring more completions, meaning that they're the ones really contributing to the overall win for their nation. So again, congratulations to Team China and all those of you who picked it out. It was pretty much a great all around. Now I believe that they have stated that after the Final Four came to a close, you would basically have the Tank Bowl champions and the Final Four champion, or the winner, which in this case is Team China, having an extra, I don't know if it's an additional week, but a final round to claim the overall champions for the year. However, at this point, they might play similarly, but in all honesty, the Russian tanks and Russian commanders will probably win that just in sheer number of people that play Soviet tanks compared to the Chinese tanks. And that's not saying, even though I'm contradicting what I just stated, a lot of players that do play Russian tanks tend to still be skilled, considering they're medium tank players. Pretty much dictate how that flow will go. So, again, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. If you did, please leave a like down below. And what are your final thoughts on the entire Tank Madness event? I quite actually enjoyed it. I didn't get to play as much. I did participate for my team, Team USA as usual, and I believe this time we weren't the lowest scoring. According to this, nope, we weren't. Team Germany actually scored the lowest. Team USA was third, which is still insane to think that Team China and Team France scored that much completions, to be honest. It really baffles me in the amount, but again, it's one of those things that, although we might not agree on everything, numbers speak for themselves, and unfortunately this time around, again, Team USA falls behind in another competition. Hopefully we'll be able to represent them down the road later on this year. Maybe the devs have something else planned. I hope that's the case, that we can finally redeem ourselves in some way. I've been playing for Team USA quite too much. I think I should probably jump into a different nation, but at this point I'm just committed to myself. So again, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully this was informative. And if you guys are thinking, remember, if you're part of Team China, you have until May 4th to claim your prize. If you did participate over the weekend, you have and scored at least one completion for your team, you have again until May 4th to reclaim, I believe it's 100,000 silver and 1 day of premium. If you manage to score 100 points for your team, you will get 100,000 silver, 1 day of premium, a one war chest, and I don't remember what the final one is. An extra day of premium. Yeah, the Final Four MVP medal will also be rewarded an extra day of premium along with that war chest. So, Team China and the Legion 59 patent, I was really hoping for that freedom. Again, sorry, just keep repeating myself, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you next time.